We are streaming live.
Okay.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm JL, the Anti Guru, and welcome to Experience the People's Podcast, where we talk about the latest topics, trends, and interesting people. Tonight, my guest is Nancy Harrison. Let's stop the music so you can hear me a little bit better. And Nancy is a great person. As soon as I get up to speed, we're gonna there we go, guys. Y'all know how I do. We sometimes everything works the way we want it to, and then sometimes it doesn't. Let's change my camera view so I can be looking facing forward, and we will go back. But my guest tonight is Nancy Harrison of El Paso, Texas. Her bio reads, "I'm a woman of faith, yes, and a widow of 24 years." Sorry to hear that. Navigating life with strength and grace. As a mother, grandmother, and a great grandmother, her family is the cornerstone of her life. She's passionate about helping others achieve better health and wellness through the NWM health supplement field. With a heart dedicated to service, she strives to empower others to lead a healthier, more fulfilling life. Nancy, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to come and hang out with us tonight.
Well, thank you, JL, for inviting me to be here. And it's an honor to be here. And just to verify or to clarify, NWM is network marketing.
Oh, I wasn't sure, so I just said that.
It's a whole lot shorter.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, yeah, it does sound a whole lot better than trying to pronounce all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, network marketing. Network marketers, guys. We all know they make the most money. It's one of the most lucrative ways to make money online. But Nancy, we're going to talk more about you. You had sent me some great questions, and I want to jump right into that
Okay.
as I can get to it. I love it when a plan comes together.
Absolutely.
But tell me, so what inspired you to pursue a career in network marketing?
Well, when I first started, and was introduced to network marketing, I was like most people. I was stuck in a day-to-day, making it paycheck to paycheck,
Mhm.
with no real dream. It's make it through the day. And,
Right.
and so, but going to one of those meetings, I caught a vision of something of being, being possible. And I got very excited about it.
Mhm.
So, but I tried several companies before I found one that really felt right. And it was something that everybody needed. And it was at an affordable price point, which I felt was important. And I was able to accomplish the top level of that company. But then a shift in the healthcare industry caused me to make a change.
Right.
And that ultimately led me to where I am today. And but I want to explain, JL, that the most important thing about what happened because I took that step of faith into network marketing was that I was able to create an income that helped me get past my husband's passing.
Mhm.
Without the income that I had, I don't know how I would have paid the bills.
Yeah, I know
And
what you mean.
you
Like I
know,
said earlier, network marketers usually are some of the highest paid online workers. I have a background in network marketing as well. I didn't have as much success, I think, as maybe you had, but
mhm.
it was the same experience. I was working a job, really going nowhere. I was in the fitness business. I was a personal trainer, and but a friend of mine came to me and talked to me about this opportunity. And just like you, I was like, okay, I see something different, something that I can create and have that be my own, and not just working a job. Which is nothing wrong with
Right.
working a job. I mean,
No,
some people
no.
enjoy their jobs. You know.
Yeah, but very few.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
And
thing. I think,
that's the truth. Yeah.
majority of people hate their jobs. They do it for the
Mhm.
money because they want the money.
Yeah. Well, they've got to pay the bills. They got to have a roof over their head and groceries on the table and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, but we want more than that out of life, and God expects us to do more than that out of life. I feel like.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All my alerts are Star Trek based, so I'm gonna hear some. No, let me turn my phone down a little bit so those won't be heard as much. But everybody that knows me knows that they're gonna hear something from Star Trek because I'm a Trekkie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. It's a good
I'm just
thing.
eccentric. That's all. But tell us more. You were talking about how your journey was. When your husband passed and how your new career gave you the freedom along with the ability to maintain your lifestyle
Right.
and all those kinds of things. I mean, I'm sure that was a difficult time. How did you stay focused and create success through that?
Well, it was God bringing the right people into my life for sure.
Mhm.
And because my upline in the company that I was in actually was a pastor.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and so it was some some people that were new to the company came moved to the city, to work the business,
Mhm.
and he took them under their wing and started doing this discipleship training.
Okay.
And I'm like, excuse me, I think I want that. I need that.
Right.
So that was the beginning of what was basically a pretty long journey in getting grounded, I'm gonna say.
Right.
Because before that, I had there was probably 4 years after my husband passed, I didn't even know who I was and where I was going.
I can't even imagine that. My wife and I, we only recently been married. We've been married a couple of years, but even then, to lose a spouse, it,
Yeah.
it has to be a traumatic thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, God brought me the right people through the business. And so now I'm still doing that discipleship training because it continues on. It never stops.
Right.
And the more you go through it, it evolves. I'm gonna not say it changes, but it evolves
Right.
because you understand better what you're learning, what you're believing, and you know. So
You
each
know,
day,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. Go right ahead.
that's okay. That's okay. Each day I just let him do the best and guide me, and I try my best to listen.
Yeah, my pastor, we just finished, I think it was 12 weeks on discipleship and that kind of thing, and it has really helped. I know it's helped me. I know it's helped my wife, and I'm sure that the my other church members have really grown in that thing. Discipleship is so important.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
staying connected to people, whether it be through a faith-based program or just in general, I think is important to get you through tough times like that. But my next question is, have you always worked in the health and wellness field? You haven't done any other types of MLMs or other opportunities? Has it always been
Well,
in
I,
health
I
and wellness?
started with Tupperware.
Okay.
And I've done Avon, and I did Christmas Around the World, which is a home interiors kind of thing.
Okay.
And I did, but I guess you would say for the most part, in the network marketing arena, most of it was in the health field, but I also am a licensed insurance agent and did Aflac and
Okay.
did other insurance things too. And you know, people that are against network marketing have no idea how insurance works because insurance is network marketing.
Right.
But but you don't have the ability to hang on to it if you decide to take a rest, so to
Mhm.
speak, which you can do with true a true network marketing company. but in insurance, it's structured exactly the same, other than, if you're not going to work anymore, you're not going to get paid anymore.
Right. Right.
But how you get paid other than that is the same.
Yeah. I mean, like again, like I said, when I first got involved with it, I love the concept. The company that I worked for, they were selling information products, teaching people how to make money online. And
Mm-hmm.
um, but being a brand new person, I struggled in that. And eventually, I moved on to other things. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but let's talk more about this company that you're with. And I'm going to say it wrong. It was we just got through saying it was it's Zen
The new company is Zenzino, but the company
Zenzino.
that I'm actually with right now, that Zenzino and Zervita are coming together like hand in glove.
Hmm.
Our products complement each other so well that it's just like putting a glove on your hand. And I couldn't tell you which one was the glove and which one was the hand, because they're so compatible,
Right, right, right.
but I truly believe that, God has put these two companies together right now.
Hmm.
Zeno is a 19-year-old company out of Norway. They're actually in 47 other countries already. And although they've been in the United States for a little while, they're really decided to come do a push. And through that, they've known our company for quite some time. They love our product because it goes so well with theirs. They love our foundation principles of building a company that honors and glorifies God and His Son Jesus Christ. They love all of that, and so
Hmm.
we're just a fit to come together. And I believe that God put us together because in Zervita we have a nutritional product that gives that tastes good. You drink it down and you're good to go. It gives you your energy. It gives you everything that the supplements that you need for the day in
Right.
one fell swoop. But if you're not, and I have to tell you, I have a good friend that has been in the natural realm for years, 20, 40 years,
Hmm.
40 years, been in the natural realm, and had no idea about omegas.
Wow.
And people talk about omegas and they take their fish oil, but what
Hmm.
do you really know about it other than somebody's told you should take it?
Right.
And now I'm learning more about the fish oil, which comes from that we're getting with Senzino. And it opens up the fact that everybody that's been taking our zeal, if they'll come on and take the um, fish oil as well and get their bodies in balance, then that nutrition is really going to give them the full effect.
Hmm.
And it's just a bang.
It's like a no-brainer that way,
A
right?
no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And I never knew anything about, if you're not in balance with your omegas, which your body needs. It's you have to have it, but your body does not make it, so it has to
Right.
come from our food or supplementation. And it's other most of the fish oil that's on the market today, we can test you. That's the big thing about Zenzino, is they have a test that shows you where you are in the balance realm. A 3 to
Right.
1 is where you're supposed to be. Anything above that is you're in the danger zone. And 99% of the people that they're testing, even if they've been on other fish oils, are testing above the 3 to 1.
Hmm.
So in the danger zone. I had no idea. I've not been taking fish oil. I was 25 to 1. So I'm taking my fish oil and I'm getting better. And I feel better every day. I'm sleeping better. My aches and pains are better. It's just fun.
Now, is this a test that you take online, or how does that
It is
work?
a blood test.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh, looks like
Part
you.
of one of our products is the blood test. We do blood tests for the omegas. We do the for diabetics. We do it for the vitamin D, and
Mm.
they have several other tests that will be coming. And I don't know their full line yet because we're all coming together, but I know those three. So their blood tests, their dry blood tests, they have a huge lab in the Norway area that does the testing. Harvard uses them. There's a long list of people that you would recognize that uses this particular lab. And it's all, I'm going to say incognito. I don't know how to say it. You put the blood on a card with a number, you send it in, you keep the number, and you go online in 20 days and see what your test results are.
Oh,
So
okay. That's what I was going to ask you. How do they do? They send you some type of pack that you give them a little blood, and then
yeah, yeah. So
okay.
and then you take the oil for 4 months, and then you do another test because it takes 120 days for your blood to regenerate. And and then you take another test, and you can see, and we can prove that this product is working for you.
That you prove it works.
Yeah, we're
That's
proving that it
awesome.
works. Yeah.
Now, is there a cost to take that test, or that's free?
No, the cost, you pay for the test. If you want just the test and you're not interested in the oil, why, I don't know why you would do that, but if you just want to see where you're at, it's $170 for that test. I have to tell you, I just had blood work done and I got the bill, and because my insurance didn't pay for it, but I got the bill, and just for the vitamin D test was over $200.
Wow.
So $170 just for the test. But if you want the test and you want to get on an auto ship for the next 4 months at least for your oil, get the
Mhm.
first oil with that test, it's $109. And then it's
Okay.
only $42 a month to get the oil.
Oh,
So
that's
it's very maintainable.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's probably a lot cheaper than some of these prescriptions drugs that people are taking. That if you took the fish oil, you probably might be able to come off of some of those medications.
Well, from what I'm hearing and seeing and I'm believing is when you come in balance, you're putting everything in your body back in balance. You're reducing all that inflammation. What causes most disease?
Mm,
Inflammation.
right.
So if you're reducing the inflammation down to all that you need in order to maintain a good, healthy, like if you get it, you have to have some, if you get a cut, you have to have that inflammation in order to heal it. And
Right.
if that's the only inflammation that you have and all the rest is gone, what about all those aches and pains from arthritis and all of that stuff?
Hmm.
Gone.
Wow, that's amazing.
Gone. Yeah.
Well, I gotta ask, can you share a success story of someone that you've helped improve their health and their wellness through your work?
Well, I'm going to have to talk about Zeal because I don't have the experience yet with Zinzino. It's only been a month on the product right now, but I
Hmm.
hope to have those soon. But with the Zeal, when I first started taking Zeal, when it first came out, I was actually a very heavy smoker, but I was in the process of trying to quit. And you have patches and you have gum and you have loss, you have all those helps that you can use, which I tried the patches, I couldn't wear them. I tried the gum. I have crowns and stuff, and so I couldn't chew the gum. And so I used these lozenges and to keep the nicotine. So I was able to stop the actual smoking habit, but I couldn't get off the nicotine. Every time I would try to go from the 14 milligrams to the 7, nobody wanted to be around me. So, and I didn't want to be around anybody either. So,
Right.
but about every month or so, I would try. I would start go on the 7, and then when my anxiety would go crazy, and so I get back on the 14. Well, after I'd been taking the Zeal for 1 month, I did my try, not even thinking about using that product, and
Right.
I had no problem.
Wow.
Within a month, I was done. I was completely done.
Hmm.
And so that was my testimony. And of course, these are all testimonies; they're not claims of any kind. And
Right.
I want to tell you that I have a family member, a very, very, very close family member, that was diagnosed with cancer and brain cancer in March of 2020.
Hmm.
And this person had been taking Zeal since 2014, so for 6 years.
Right.
Continued to take the Zeal throughout they had surgery, they had radiation, they had the whole 9 yards. And
Mm.
he was in stage 4. And this is a cancer that kills that fast, you
Wow.
know. So, and he's still alive today and he's doing well. And they've upped his um, time frame from every 3 months to every 6 months now for his CAT scans, and doing great. And he still takes the Zeal every day. I
That's
truly believe
amazing.
that. And then my best friend, she's gonna be 80 on her birthday, and she's able to compete in a swimming of the Senior Olympics. And
Wow.
yeah, so and she gives Zeal the credit of giving her the strength and the stamina to keep going.
Hmm.
So those are some of the things that I love it when people are able to tell me, oh, I can get up in the morning and do things now because I have this product.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I guess the best advice you could give is to tell people to get on this stuff and start using it.
Right. Right. Well, with what I'm learning about the Zenzino and the oil, I think getting tested is the first thing. I
Mhm.
mean, we go to the doctor and what's the first thing they want to do?
Yeah,
They want to they
yeah,
want to test you for your blood,
yeah.
but has a doctor ever tested to see if omegas are in balance? Why don't they do that? You know why? Because then you get well and you wouldn't have to go to them
There
anymore.
you go. Yeah, because they got to have customers.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm that's going to be my next goal is when I get back from our convention that we're having this coming weekend, is I'm going to start calling doctors and I'm going to start calling labs, and I'm going to ask them, number one, if they do a balance test like that for omegas, and if so, how much does it cost? And I'm going to call doctors' offices and ask, do they ever ask for that kind of test?
Right, right.
Because I want to know.
I bet you that the answer is going to be zero,
I know.
probably. You
I
know,
know, I know.
but hopefully not. Hope because I can truly say now, my wife's doctor,
Hmm.
she is very into holistic and
Yeah,
natural, and she's resistant to prescribing medications. And I think that not, of course, I don't have a very good view of the medical profession because I think that they overprescribe people a lot.
right.
Especially since we had like the opiate epidemic, and there's other things. They, like you say, you go to the doctor, they run a few tests, and they're going to write you a prescription for something. You
Yeah,
know.
because they usually have their hand in that prescription company.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the pharmaceutical companies. This is a great story. A lot of people may not know this. Everybody's heard of Viagra.
Yeah.
Well, when Viagra was first marketed, it was a high blood pressure medication.
Oh, okay.
And so, I remember the company that made it, but they gave samples to the doctors, and the doctors gave it to their patients so that they could kind of, test it out and see what the results were.
Yeah.
So, a couple of guys are coming back, and you say your blood pressure's getting better. He said, "Yeah, doc, but I got this wonderful side effect." And so they report that back to the company that made Viagra. So they
Yeah.
completely changed their marketing and
Yeah.
market it to be this drug to do what it's doing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was originally supposed to help with high blood pressure because
Exactly.
a lot of times high blood pressure can cause men to
Right.
have erectile dysfunction.
Hmm.
So, that shows, and I'm not bashing the company because they're wanting to make money, but that shows that they're about making profit and not
Oh,
necessarily
absolutely.
about making people's lives better. I think that they're, like I said, they're in cahoots together because
Hmm.
if you don't have sick people, then you don't need doctors and you don't
Hmm.
need pharmaceutical companies.
Right, right, exactly.
So,
And we're very excited because doctors like the one like your wife goes to are very interested in this because like I said, my friend that's been in the holistic field for 40 years never knew anything about this because it's not being
right,
talked. And
right.
and to be able to test, Zenzino's goal is to be, which and they already are, the world's largest test-based nutrition company.
Hmm.
And they're the largest because nobody else is doing it.
Well, well, thank goodness for that they're doing. I think that nowadays more and more people are starting to be more health conscious and taking their health more seriously and taking control of their health. So this
Yeah,
is sounds like a great step forward. Uh,
absolutely.
but there's and hopefully things will change. I don't know, but
Well,
we've got to get out there.
when it comes to your nutrition, why should we have to guess? I mean, I never was into nutrition because of that,
Mm,
because that would be a guess. Because if you're walking around and you're feeling okay, there could be something underlying that you're not feeling, but how would you know? What would
exactly.
when you go to the GNC, you're really guessing as to what you feel like you might need. And
Yeah.
now
It's
you can
funny you mentioned because GNC was where I was working when I
tell.
started in network marketing. I was working part time at GNC.
Yeah.
Shout out to GNC. It can be a good, you know.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
you're right. You go in there and you don't know exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
that my experience was different because I was a personal trainer and a sports nutritionist, so I was well qualified to
Mm-hmm.
give people some advice on what products would be best for them.
Right.
But a lot of times, some people that work in those stores are not trained in that. They get some training. I don't want to make it sound like they don't have a clue because
Yeah.
that's not true. They do train you, and they
Mm-hmm.
have training programs that you have to take in order to be able to sell some of that stuff. But it's not to the same extent as like a doctor or a
Right.
physician's assistant or anything like that.
Right.
But again, we don't want to bash GNC.
No, 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 no. I'm just saying that that's the reason I never used them. It
Right,
was
right,
because
right.
I had no clue, and it like I say, it would have been a guess to try to figure out what kind of other multivitamin I need to be taking.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Well, Nancy, I appreciate you coming on with us. We're running over on a little time. If anybody wants to get a hold of you, I have put her website in the description. But Nancy, is there any other way that people can get in touch with you if they want to talk to you more about your company and your supplements?
Well, they could send me an email at nancy@nancylharrison.com.
Okay, great, great, great. Well, look, everybody, if you are enjoying the content, remember we're on every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you get a chance, please like, comment, share. Go on over to the channel JL the Anti Guru, where I will be uploading this video in the next couple of days. And remember my 3 R's: respect yourself, respect others, and always, always take full responsibility for your actions. We'll see you next week. Later.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Have a good one.
Thanks.